My car died this morning. Not needs a repair died, not check engine light died, just died on the highway at 7 a.m. in traffic, which gave me 45 minutes on the side of the road to think. And what I thought about was this. I've been paying for that car for 4 years. 4 years of monthly payments. And now it's dead on a highway, and I am standing next to it like an idiot. This shit is not an accident. This is the system working exactly as intended. Let me explain. Here are the numbers. Real ones. Not dealer numbers, real ones. The average new car payment in America right now is $767 a month. $767 every month. For an average of 69 months. That's nearly 6 years. 1 in 5 buyers is on an 84-month loan. 7 years. You are financing a car for 7 years. Do you know what a 7-year loan on a car is called? It's called a mortgage. Except at the end of a mortgage, you own a house. At the end of this, you own a Toyota Camry with 90,000 miles on it. Congratulations. Park it next to your feelings. And this is all before we talk about what the car actually costs you. $767 a month is the payment. That's it. Add insurance, national average, $230 a month. Add gas, $150 a month if you drive a normal amount. Add maintenance, tires, registration, another $100, averaged out. You are now at $1,247 a month, $14,964 a year on a car, on a thing that goes down in value every single day you own it. That's not transportation. That's a damn subscription to poverty. Uncle Gino drove a 1987 Buick LeSabre for 21 years. Bought it cash in 1989, $3,000. It was the color of old mustard. It had a cassette player and a crack in the dashboard that looked like the Grand Canyon. Gino called it the boat. He loved the boat. The boat never had a monthly payment. The boat never had gap insurance. The boat never had an extended warranty that cost more than the boat itself. Gino spent $3,000 in 1989 and drove for 21 years, free. He fixed things when they broke. He drove it until the transmission finally gave up in 2010. Then he cried, a little. Then he bought another used car, cash. Gino has never had a car payment in his life. Gino also has money in retirement. I'm not saying these things are connected. I am absolutely saying these things are connected. The man's ass is not going to be on a highway at 7 a.m. with a dead car and an existential crisis. That's me. That's my thing. Luca bought a BMW. Not bought, leased. Luca leased a BMW because Luca read online that leasing is smarter than buying. Lower monthly payment. Always driving a new car. No depreciation risk. Smart, right? Here's what Luca didn't read. After 3 years of payments, Luca owns nothing. Zero. He hands the car back. Then he leases another one. More payments. Luca has been driving a new car for 6 years. Luca has made 72 payments. Luca does not own a car. Luca has paid, let me get this right, approximately $43,000 in lease payments and has a car. That is not his car. What the hell is this plan, Luca? What is the end game here? Now here's where the dealer gets involved, and this is where it gets genuinely ugly. When you walk into a dealership, they do not talk to you about the price of the car. They talk to you about the monthly payment. What can you afford per month? That's the question, every time. Because if you're thinking about $650 a month, you're not thinking about $54,600 total. You're not thinking about the $11,000 in interest. You're not thinking about the fact that by month 18, you owe more on the car than it's worth. You're thinking $650. I can do that. The dealer is thinking, perfect. These bastards have done the math. You haven't, so let me do it for you. $43,000 car, 84 months, 6.5% interest, monthly payment, $650. Sounds reasonable. Total paid, $54,600. Interest alone, $11,600. Car value at end of loan, maybe $14,000. You paid $54,600 for something worth $14,000. That's not a car purchase. That's a fucking donation to the auto industry. And they're not done. Then comes gap insurance. Gap stands for Guaranteed Asset Protection, which sounds great. What it actually means is there's a gap between what you owe on the car and what the car is worth. Because you drove it off the lot and it immediately lost 10 to 20% of its value. On a $43,000 car, that's up to $8,600. Gone. Instantly. You didn't crash it. You didn't even park badly. You just drove it home. And now you owe more than it's worth. That's the gap. They're selling you insurance against a problem they created by selling you the car. That's the most elegant shit I've ever seen. Then the extended warranty. Pure profit for the dealer. Most people never use it. The ones who do usually find 17 exclusions in the fine print. This warranty covers everything, except the things that break. Whew, brilliant. Absolute bullshit, but brilliant. So what's the play here? Because I know what you're thinking. I need a car. I can't walk to work. You're right. You do need a car. But there is a difference between transportation and financing a liability for 7 years at 11% interest while gap insurance covers the hole in your balance sheet. The play, and this is just math, not advice, is used car, low miles, cash if possible, short loan if not. 3-year-old car is 40% cheaper than new. It already took the depreciation cliff. You didn't. It's not sexy. It doesn't have massaged seats or a 12-speaker sound system. It gets you to work. That's what a car is. A car is not a personality. A car is not a status symbol, or it shouldn't be. A car is a machine that goes from A to B and costs you as little as possible while doing it. The moment you start thinking of it as anything else, the dealer has already won. Meanwhile, the average American spends $15,000 a year on their car. Exhales. $15,000. Do you know what $15,000 a year invested over 30 years becomes? I'll tell you. At a 7% average return, $1.50 million. Your car is costing you $1.50 million in retirement wealth. Think about that on your leather heated seat. You are not financing a car. You are financing a fucking lifestyle you cannot afford with money you do not have for a machine that loses value every single day. And they make it so easy. $650 a month. You can do that. I'm Broke Bob. I'm calling an Uber. See you next week.